guys, this is Zach Team Covenant, and I'm joined by
me, Tim.
And we're here to unbox the Doomtown Reloaded base set. We just got it at Gen Con. It's a phenomenal starter for a game, and we're just really excited about this new AEG game.
It's truly gorgeous.
It is, everything about it. So we'll open the starter and see what we find. So rules of play, rule set. You know, you expect
I wonder what's in there.
I would guess the rules.
Okay.
You also, this is maybe my favorite part of the starter, and really something that sets it apart from all the other games these kind of card games I've been into, which is the Doomtown Reloaded, getting to know Gomorrah. Gomorrah is the town it's set in, and this is a learn to play guide. And a lot of games are doing that. They have a learn to play like side rule book. That's not the actual rule book, but the
like
craziest part of this, yeah. The thing about this is it's that, but it's way better.
It's infinitely better.
They package two of the decks in here as basically decks to run through this, and the cards are in a very specific order, and they walk you through literally a game. And the
first turn of the game, and they say things like, so you just drew sun in your eyes. What this means now is in the shootout you can do X, and they explain what is happening in the turn that's happening, and it really gets you through that first turn. That's not the easiest thing in the world to do with most games that you're just learning for the first time.
Yeah, most card games, that first playthrough can be tough. There's a lot of little rules you don't get, but that almost guarantees that you'll just have a very foundational understanding of the game. Yeah. So
very, very
super excited about that. And the rulebook is very clean. It's they talked about it at Gen Con, but they even on the cards themselves, they try to get you into the story. So the rule book, everything, it's like no word ends in a G. It's shooting, it's
booting,
moving. But the whole rule book is set up in a very cinematic, storytelling kind of way. So it's like a rule book you don't mind reading. And
it's very interesting.
It's very useful as well. So next up we get these, which I'll let Tim
These
show.
are the lovely player boards that are actually really nice. They're made of really high quality, and they sort of build the town for you. In Doomtown, the point of the game is building Gomorrah, and you're trying to take over the town. And you do that by playing deeds and moving your dudes around town and getting in shootouts. But this just sort of lays it all out, and it says, here's where your home goes. You can play deeds here. It enables you to understand a lot of the rules a lot quicker because it's like quick guides.
It's just handy little reference guides. That, again, it's just so cool. This is probably the truest starter I've seen.
Yeah.
Because they have that intro, they have an awesome rulebook, it's easy to read, and then they also give you player boards that just reference everything, all the like.
And they're nice too. They're not like just the real
it's like
thin paper.
It's like a board game board.
It's a really nice board.
Yeah. So you get two boards, which is really cool. So you can just hop out the gate and start playing and have these nice references. You get an assortment of tokens. You get money.
Ghost Rock.
Sorry. Whoa, partner.
Ghost Rock is the fictional currency of
you also get
Gomorrah.
poker chips that are for random markers throughout the game, like control points and whatnot.
And just any effect that you need to mark.
Yeah, and as you might expect, out of a card game starter, you get some cards. So I'll lay these out really quick.
It comes with 4 pre-built starter decks, which is really nice because you can be like, I like the sound of these guys, and it's really easy to just start playing a game with them.
Yeah, so the game is divided into outfits, which are like factions in most games or affiliations or whatever you want to call them. And the core set actually comes with enough cards to build 4 complete tournament legal decks straight out of the box. And they actually, again...
And they come with extra cards beyond that as well.
Yeah, but a lot of extra cards. So beyond that, it's really cool too because you have the starter decks that they come with that you walk through and kind of show you exactly how to play. But they also give you at the end of that like reference guide, they give you 4 deck lists, 1 for each outfit. That is, here's our recommend starting build, and it gives you basic strategy tips. It gives you the cards you're looking for, the key combos in the deck, and it
gives you a little bit of fluff for each of the factions.
Yeah, it tells you a little story, which is something they're
awesome
into.
If you're that kind of thing.
So yeah, it's one of the best starters I've ever seen.
They nailed it.
Yeah, from the beginning to the end, the player boards, the getting to know Gomorrah, the rulebook's awesome. You've played a couple games of Doomtown.
I have. One thing that's really important to me though is the stock of cards.
Okay, let's talk about that.
These are like card stock quality that you would expect on like a deck of cards.
So it's not like a traditional card game card. What do they call this?
I'm not sure what the proper name is, but it's like a bicycle card. Maybe not quite bicycles, but they're awesome.
Yeah. It may be better than that.
it's possible.
It feels really nice.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Another thing I want to mention too, just from a flavor / design perspective, is the back of the card. One of the best looking backs of a card I've ever seen. And I know you, as someone who dealt with poker cards for a long time and did magic tricks and all that kind of stuff. What do you call it when it's?
It's just a mirrored image.
A mirrored image on the back of the card, so you can't tell when it's front upside down or not. I know that people like you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So we've played a lot of Doomtown. We love this game. We've had a lot of fun with it. What are your favorite parts of Doom? Like someone looking at getting the starter, getting into it. Why should they get into this game?
My favorite thing about Doomtown is how different it is than any card game I've played. I don't know if you've ever played a card game that is based on area control before this one, but I haven't. And I think that's really interesting.
Kind of with like Star Wars CCG, but
yeah,
this is much different.
This is much more pure area control.
Yeah.
Like that is the win condition, is area control. So you're trying to control more deeds than your opponent has dudes. That's essentially the way that you win the game. And it's just very unique. The movement around town feels very like tactical. It's very chess-like. It's all about positioning, as opposed to I had a better hand.
Yeah, I mean, for a card game, a lot of times, a lot of card games have tried to integrate a movement aspect into the game, and this is the first one I've seen do it with such ease.
Such elegance.
Yeah, it's just very smooth. It makes sense. You're moving around town. Your dudes are kind of going places and forming posses and doing all that stuff. And I think the two main things about this game that set it apart are the movement and the way shootouts, which is the combat in this game, resolve. Every card has what you expect from a card, right? Like a cost, and it has text, and it does something, has art on it. But then in the top corner of the card, it has a suit and a value. So like this is a queen of clubs. And when you're basically resolving a fight and who's going to win, who's going to die, you draw from the top of your deck, and you're forming poker hands. And you lose dudes called casualties through basically how much better or worse your hand is than your opponent. And it leads to some very poker-esque feeling moments in the game. And that's every combat in the game is this, like, odds, what am I going to draw? And it's just crazy.
And that fact also shapes your deck building a lot. The one deck building rule in this game is that you can only have 4 copies of any suit and value. So you can only have 4/4 of diamonds, or 4/5 of clubs, or 4.
Which is really interesting because they have cards that are really good that are the same suit and value, and you naturally just can't.
And you have to make choices.
You have to make choices there.
Really elegant way to balance the game, I think, personally.
Yeah, it's really cool. So Doomtown Reloaded, very exciting, very interesting. We are very into this game. It's very fun.
So much fun.
If you're into the Western theme at all, it's set in the Deadlands universe. If you're into Western at all, and you like card games,
White Layer Steampunk, White Layer Magic.
Yeah, it's super cool, and who knows where the game's going to go after the base set. But fantastic starter, very awesome, interesting game, worth a look. Highly recommend checking it out.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
All right, well, that's our unboxing.
Doomtown
base set.
Doomtown unboxed.
We'll have this on our store. So if you want to buy it, we'll have it. We're going to be carrying all the Doomtown products, all the saddlebags or the packs that they're going to be putting out, 2 a quarter. Non-random packs of expandable, like more cards for the game. And yeah, stop by our store. You can pick it up, and we'd be happy to ship it to you as soon as we can. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time.
See you guys later.
In 3, 2. Hey guys, this is Active Team Covenant, and I am joined by
me, Tim.
Me. And we're here to unbox the Doomtown Reloaded base set by AEG. Just came out at Gen Con, and it's beautiful.
It's pretty gorgeous.
So let's unbox it. We'll see what's inside, and go from there. So you can't do that.